Okay, I just want to say there is supposedly my mother had told us about a kit that she got because she's a nurse that you can test if your children have been in green water or water that you can't see through. And of course, we believed her, and that if she sprayed us with it, our skin would turn purple. So we didn't want purple skin, of course. So that kept us out of green water. And so the whole reason behind her doing it is because she had two friends who had two younger children who drowned in green water, or dirty water, I would say, because it was like river water. And we live on a lake, so it's kind of hard. So I guess that's why she did it. With us living on a lake, she wanted to make sure that we were safe while she was working her on call or something. But as we got older, we kind of would did it anyways. Except we would wade. We wouldn't really like swim in it because we were still scared that she'd find out. So my sister, she had went on a fishing trip and stuff, and she knew she wasn't supposed to be swimming in the green water and all that. Well, she so happened to get splashed and then pushed into the water, and it really wasn't her fault that she even got in it. But when she got home, of course, my mother had no real testing kit and everything, and she never knew it, and she didn't even know she had been in the water. But my sister was so scared. She's 5 years older than me. So by that time, we were like, okay, we can get away with this. And we were going to the creeks and stuff like that and swimming. And of course, her being older, she looked after me and stuff like that. And of course, we went at an older age where she was able to take me to places to do stuff like that. But river water and stuff like that, it isn't like the ocean. It's just totally different. If you're not able to see your feet or anything, just be really cautious because accidents happen all the time. And my mother did it with best intentions because she did have two co-workers, her being a nurse, her two co-workers lose children from drowning. And one, the father drowned with the child because he went and touched the child, but by that time he came up and everything without the air and everything, they both drowned. It's a very sad story, but I really didn't want this to be that sad, and it is very terribly awful. And which that was years and years and years ago when that happened. Still very terrible, but it made me be very cautious with my own children when we've been to the river and stuff like that, just even for the 4th of July get-together things. I don't let them swim. We kind of just wade into the water with our floats and stuff like that, and I keep them real close to me. My son, he's only 2, he's never been on a boat, and I still don't trust him to be on a boat yet. My daughter, she's really cautious and stuff, and just, you need to teach your child or children safety advice and stuff like that for when you do go on trips and stuff like that. If you're going to be out on a boat or even near water that isn't where you can see your like hand right in front of you, or if you put it under the water and you cannot see your hand, that's awful to know that if your child slipped and you couldn't get to your child. I mean, but everything was done in best intentions, and I love my mother to death for it because it taught me as a mother too to be extra cautious. I mean, people can say we're crazy for being, because since we do live in Alabama and everything, that because we're so country that about the green water and everything, we still do go and have fun and everything. We just are very extra cautious because of it. And there's going to be more stories about my mother being a nurse and the little tricks that she used to keep me and my sister from doing certain things. So, but if you are a parent and your child is, I say, not old enough to know better, but old enough, just get a little old spray bottle and spray paint it and dazzle it up and put how to test if you've been in river water or lake water or any water besides a pool and while you're away. And that way maybe it will at least scare them enough to not go behind your back and go swimming in water when you're not around and everything. And that, I just think it's kind of funny too. And plus it might be a little funny for them if they just found out that you were playing a joke on them as they got older. But it might also keep them safe. So, because it kept us safe for a while. I know there's a few things that kept us, with my mother's wild stories and stuff that she would say, has kept us pretty much safe as far as us not going and raising Cain on some boats and inner tubing, which I'm not gonna lie, we did. We did do that. We did sneak in a couple of times, but it was definitely with other family friends and their parents, and of course we was telling our mother, no, we're not going on a boat, we're just going down there to camp. Yeah, and we're just going to stare at the water. I stared at the water while I was inner tubing. That's what I did. But it's just be extra cautious. That's all, though. Make sure you have life jackets and stuff like that. Of course, everyone, if they're going to be on a boat, needs to know how to swim and have a life jacket. So, and it probably is like, everybody's going to be like, she's such a dork. But when you become a mother, you do have a change of the feeling of wanting your children to be safe. And wanting other people, especially if they're watching your children or anything, to know that you don't want certain things like that. And if you tell your children that you do have that magic kit, well, maybe if someone is watching them besides you, that they will tell, and that way they will know that they're not allowed to be in the water with you not around. So, that's all. And keep your lake water tester handy. Bye.